What's up guys, it's your boy ABC Delicious. I'm back yet again with another video. First and foremost, I hope everyone out there is staying safe, staying strong, and that you're all doing good. So before I start off this video, I wanted to say that your boy just joined a gym. It's been about 2 weeks and I feel great. Just to let you know, I've been in New York for a couple months. I think when you're on an extended vacation, you start to engage in sloppy or negative patterns of behavior, such as not eating well, not getting enough sleep, not exercising. So basically, I gained 8 pounds, not of muscle, not in a Christian Bale, Matthew McConaughey way, but just because I've been eating so much delicious food. If you guys check out my IG or my Facebook down below, you'll see what I mean. And right now I'm at about 187 pounds. I just got really worried that if I didn't join a gym right now and kind of change my behavior, I could easily become 2 bills, which is 200 pounds by the time I go back to Taiwan in a few months. So I'm definitely a emotion-based person, and I definitely subscribe to the idea of if I feel good, I look good. I don't know what it is. It's not like I have a 6-pack or a Chinese, we call it a liu kuai ji, but I just feel when I exercise, I eat better, I have more bounce in my step, and I'm just, overall speaking, a nicer human being. But anyway, tangent is over, and if you guys saw my last video, go check it out please. You'll know that I recently was blessed to be able to get a Fold 3. I thought since it's been a few weeks, I'd tell you my initial impressions after using the phone for a couple of weeks, as well as talk about some of the cases that came with the phone that I was lucky to get. So again, just to refresh your memory, this is the Fold 3. I've had it for about 2 weeks. I know you guys like that wallpaper. If you want to know where I got that wallpaper, please comment down below. And so far I've been keeping it in a case, which I will show you later. I would never keep it like this, aka naked, because just knowing that I had butterfingers and that I might drop the phone. Luckily I haven't really dropped this phone. I've had like some minor falls, but nothing too serious, and I've had it in a case the whole time. So it's basically in good shape. I will say, looking at it very closely, there's kind of a, you can't see on the camera, but there is a kind of highlight of a scratch. It looks kind of like a chalk thing, which obviously I don't like. And then looking at it today, I did see that there is a tiny kind of microabrasion scratch right here, as well as one being right here at the bottom, which is on the end of it, so it's not a huge deal. But for me, I do like to keep my devices in pristine condition because that's just how I am. And it allows it to have a high resale value when I do send them inevitably to get my next device. So overall, it's held up pretty well. I don't notice the hinge being too degraded or weaker. Supposedly, according to Samsung, it's supposed to be able to endure about 200,000 folds and unfolds, which basically means it should last you about 5 years. I have no idea how they come up with this, but so far it's been pretty good. So here are the 2 cases I got with the phone. So first and foremost, this is the flip cover with S Pen. Now, as a guy who loved the Note series, I used to have the Note 9 Plus. I wasn't really a huge S Pen user. I'm not really an artistic guy. Sometimes I would doodle, or sometimes I would send a funny picture and maybe do a circle. So for me, it was kind of more of a luxury. I do know there are some people out there who ride and die with the S Pen. They use it to sign contracts, sign their rental agreements. I'm looking at you, Mr. Mobile. So for me, it's not a huge thing. I will say I wish Samsung would have found a place to house the pen. First of all, you have to pay separately for the pen, which I don't agree with. Because if you're paying a little bit under $2,000 for this product, I feel like that should be included. Don't get me started. If you saw my initial boxing, you'll know that they did not give you a plug, and all they gave you is a USB. So I do feel like they could have given you, maybe I'm asking too much, if they had given you a Samsung watch, headphones at least, definitely a case. So I just thought the implementation wasn't good. usually when you're done using the stylus, you put it in your device and you're good to go. With that, you don't. So basically, Samsung and other companies have tried to come up with other ways and ideas of how to help you out in that case. So again, this is the flip cover with pen. And let's see, let's open it up. Okay. You have a little packet with a little bit of a information manual. And I'll put that to the side. And then obviously you have the pen, as well as the case itself. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on here, okay? Okay. All right, it goes like that. It clicks in pretty nicely. It protects it very well. The only thing I would say is this side with the camera, very nice. This side, which I'm sure you saw in other videos, there's no magnet here. So basically this part is just flapping in the wind. So when you're using this, it's just flapping open like that. So not a huge fan of that, but this is one solution. See how it just flaps open like that? This is one solution to do it. So basically the pen would go in here, voila, and then you're good to go. I don't know how much I would trust this if it fell. In general, for the Fold 3, I have more of a concern if the phone falls, and I definitely would want it in a case. So there we go. One other addendum I would say is I do feel like Samsung lost out because they did not allow you to be able to use the S Pen on the cover screen, which I think is a loss because sometimes you're on the go and you're out and about and you don't want to unfold it fully. You just want to take a quick note. So I think that is definitely a drawback, which hopefully they'll address in the Fold 4. So let me see here. I'm not really going to do a video about the S Pen unless you want me to, but basically it seems like it is very quick, it is very precise, and if you're an artist or someone who likes to draw things or take a lot of notes during class or you're a student, I do think this is quite invaluable. Okay, so I'm done with that. Now, here we go with the other case, which I've been using ever since I got the phone. The Spigen Slim Armor Pro. Huge fan of Spigen. Basically, it comes like this. You have some stickers in the box, some information packets, etc. I put this to the side. And then you're gonna have these two pieces, okay? So what I did is, there's these kind of adhesive stickers all around the case that you could take off. And I basically left this one up here to make it easier to take off, and also this is where the phone antenna is. So I don't know, I would feel like maybe that might impact that. So it's very simple, I've done it before, but I'll do it again. So you go like this, you open it up, and then basically what you're gonna wanna do is you put the bottom one in and then you kind of flex it up into it, like that. And it just goes like that, right on top. Okay, and then you should just snap into place like this. Okay, so basically the whole side is covered. I like this, and I like this matte finish. And I don't know if you could see it, but basically it recesses in, so the camera, in case you do drop it, the cameras have a less likelihood of chance of getting smashed, basically. So you put it like that, that's one side, and then basically just slide it on there, okay? Like that. All right. Slide it on there, make sure it's on there, it's good, and you are good to go. So this is what it's gonna look like. Okay? All right? And I said it before, I'll say it again. It covers all the parts, okay? And then when it's on the table, it's not gonna wobble as much. I would have loved a kickstand in here, but that's okay. I actually did end up buying a nice little stand that you could put it on. And what I like about this is it covers up the hinge completely. Some of the other cases, they don't fully cover the hinge or it's not as strong. So I do like this, and I haven't dropped this yet. I'll let you know how it does, if it does drop, and or if some of the paint on the case itself will come off. So, but overall, I'm a huge fan of this. Originally I was gonna buy this, but fortunately, this case came with my Fold 3 as well as the S Pen and the other case. Normally this case is $94 on Amazon. Maybe you can find it a little bit cheaper on eBay, etc. I don't know. But overall, I'm very happy with this. So those are the two cases. And then I would say in general, the phone has exceeded my expectations. Obviously, it's very expensive. Check out the price. With this phone, you don't buy this phone if you're a shy person or if you don't like to get attention. You buy this phone because you want to show off. You want to show off your swag. You want a conversation starter. Since I've been using this phone, I've already had a few people ask me about this phone at restaurants, especially if you unfold it. It's just crazy because even though they're in the third generation of the phone, not a lot of people have seen this phone before. So if you buy this phone, don't think that people are not going to ask you about the phone, because it's going to happen. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Overall, I've enjoyed using the phone. Both screens having 120 hertz refresh rate have been awesome. Everything is very fast, very fluid. For me, I definitely enjoy using it when it's unfolded. And sometimes you have to do a little bit of resizing with some of the apps because they're not used to this size. But otherwise, it's awesome. It's basically having an iPad mini. Don't sue me, Apple. And being able to fit it in your pants, which is awesome. And I haven't tested the IPX rating, which means it's basically water resistant. I do notice with this phone, or maybe all phones in general, it does get a little bit dusty, so I'm constantly kind of wiping the screen. But otherwise, it's awesome. The adaptive brightness is really good. With my Xiaomi Mi 11, I noticed that like if I went outside, I would have to crank on the brightness all the way. With this, I just leave it on adaptive brightness. So when it's in a dark area, it dulls the color a little bit. When I'm outside in the sun, it puts it in the max brightness. So I have no issues with being able to see it in the sunlight and that kind of thing. And basically movies, YouTube, any type of media, it's just gorgeous on this screen. And people have been complaining about just using it like this. But for me, like I said before, it just reminds me of a Sony cell phone. It's very tall and narrow, and it is very usable. Now, if this wasn't a phablet and it didn't unfold, would I buy this type of size ratio phone? Of course not. But for day to day, I'm able to use it with no problem. I'm able to send messages, check my email, check Twitter, check Instagram, etc. with no problem. And basically it makes it a lot easier for one-handed use. So basically that's my impressions of the phone after a few weeks. And I will definitely do a video in a couple months that's more in depth, more exhaustive, telling you my thoughts after a few months, taking some pictures and video with the camera, playing games on this, etc. But before I leave, I feel like I need more protection for the phone. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! So your boy went ahead and put a D-brand skin on the phone for added protection. I had to go with this nice yellow color as well as a black little sticker for the camera bump. Overall, this is my first time using D-brand skin. Check out their website right there. And it was really simple. Basically, there's some YouTube videos on there. And all you have to do is use a hairdryer. This is very simple. You just put the little sticker right here and you press down on it. And with this one, it's the same thing. Basically, you peel it off, you put it on here, and then when you have it in the right place, I recommend going by this cutout at the bottom. Then you just align everything in place, and then you use the hair dryer on all the ends, because basically with the heat, it'll wrap around your phone. It looks great and also gives the phone some personality. Like I said in the previous video, it only comes in these 3 colors, black, green, and white. It definitely makes the phone pop, and I definitely recommend it as additional protection. So anyway, I think that's about it. And if you could please comment, like, subscribe down below, it really helps me out. And until the next video, peace!